Hello, welcome to Piece of Timber. Today I'm going to do an unboxing of the TPT125, which is the planer thicknesser. I'm going to put it through its paces for a bit, and then in about 6 months' time I'll do another video and let you know how I feel about it. So, got my knife, got the planer, let's get into this. Straight away, this is a really heavy box. I was actually surprised at how heavy the box was. This is definitely going to be a build for a unit because I don't want to be lifting this up and down every time. We've got some instructions and what looks like feet but are magnetic. We'll see what they are. We have got the handle. Oh, I hate polystyrene. Ugh. We have also got that lovely fresh new tool smell. Oh, what's the best way to get this out? Dignified. Ooh, lovely. That is everything out of the box. I actually saw this at Screwfix Live. The guy from Triton did a demonstration, and both me and my father were really impressed with it. The only planer thicknesser that I have had experience with is my dad's, and it's a Jet something or other. I'll put it in the description down below. We've had some issues with it, but we found out that the blades were between 8 and 11 years old. Once we've changed them over, I think it'll be a completely different kettle of fish. We've got dust extraction system, but one of the things that we were really impressed with on the Jet, the dust extraction is right at the back of it. Whenever your wood goes, obviously you're going to have a dust port here. It just gets in the way all the time. This one has got the dust port on the left, or you can flip it over and you can put it on the right, which really impressed with. You've got a nice little label up here saying do not use roller as a lifting handle. You've got 2 handles here that you can try and lift from, but like I said, it is ridiculously heavy. We have got a reasonably long cord and then some horrible plug on the end of this. This is probably going to get cut off and then I'm going to rewire it. You've got a half moon cutaway and you've got a half moon cutaway, and then these two just sit on top of each other. There we go. This top bit just lifts off and there's a nice bung there, and then it's an Allen key just to snug that down. I'm just going to do it finger tight until I can grab an actual set of keys. Are there any in the instructions? Doesn't look like it. You've got the bolts in a different packet, and they're also Allen keyed as well. I probably should find some Allen keys. Allen keys! I've got some keys. The cool thing about this handle, when it goes round, it actually clicks every single time it goes round. On the top of here, it says 1 revolution is 1.6 mil. So it feels like there's 16 clicks all the way around. So I really like the fact that it is clicky as you go around. Still have no idea what these are. Let's have a read of the old manual. They're magnets of some variety. Why would I need magnets? So I've had a quick look through the manual and I can't work out what these do. Basically, they're 2 handles with magnets in. If you know what they do, just pop a comment in the comment section below and just let me know. Might be to do with blade lining up. This is pretty cool. Minimum planing length 380 mil. Planing width 317 mil. Planing height 152 mil. Table size 317 mil by 600 mil. 22.2 kilograms is how much this thing weighs. If we drop down the wings, and then the most satisfying part, pulling this off the bed. Lovely. Okay, so on the Jet one, they had rollers at the end. These were causing us a little bit of issue, but on this one, there doesn't seem to be any rollers at all, which is nice. On the sides here, you've got 4 bolts here. This is what controls the height of the table, and you need to make sure that the table is perfectly level with this base part here, because if these are too high, it can cause it to have some issues. So I'll have a look and see in a minute whether this is perfectly set up from the factory or whether we've got to do a few bits of tweaking. Okay, so you can actually see there's a gap on both sides here. So there's a little gap here and there's a little gap on this side as well. These nuts here and here just need to be snugged down a bit, and there's a little locking nut just on this base here. I'll try and set all of this up so that it's ready to go, but I'm not going to bore you and do it on camera. These nuts here, the access to them is so easy compared to the Jet. You've just got to undo this bottom nut, and then you do your slight adjustments and then drop the table down. Take a measurement, slight adjustments, drop the table down, take a measurement. Like the Jet one, we had to take it off the stand, we had to twist it. It was just an absolute nightmare. So this is a real pleasure to work. Now, obviously, if you're doing any sort of adjustments, make sure that you are actually unplugged. So have a bit of safety in the world. The wings are now all nice and square with the spirit level. I just need to go over and snug the locking nuts back in without moving the bolts, which is always a fun part. And then once you've snugged them down, just give them another check over. Nice, really nice. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I think it is time to get the dust extraction on, run something through it and see how we do. Okay, so final thing is to attach the dust extraction. It can go on both sides, which is really cool. There's two screw ports. There's one here and one here. You've got one obviously here and one down here. But the cool thing is they can actually invert. So this back port is slightly in the way of doing up this Allen key, but I'm more than happy to pay that kind of price so that it's not in the middle of the road when trying to put stuff through. My Hoover port is actually going to be it's too small for this, so I'll have to get a step down. But obviously if you've got a much bigger vac, then you're going to be really happy of that larger port. Okay, so time to test this thing out now. I've got some board here that it's rough sawn, so this will be quite nice to put through this and see how it does. That is awesome. That was 2 passes. The first one just a little bit up the top, but that is so smooth. And then obviously this is just a little bit lower, but that is so smooth. And then this is the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck this through again, try and get this all one thickness of board, but that is phenomenally smooth. You could see chip was coming out. There was lots of dust coming out here, but obviously I don't have the dust extraction set up because my Hoover doesn't fit. What a machine. I mean, that is absolutely, that is amazing. I'll come and show you. I might fall over everything as I go along. Got a really smooth edge here. Like, that's absolutely beautiful. And then the same on this side. And just absolutely amazing. It does make a lot of mess. Obviously, I'm not running this with dust extraction, but I have got a lot of chippings or shavings here, 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 and on the floor down here. I think chip extractor for this is a must because literally small board and yet we've managed to generate a lot of chippings. The other thing, thinking quickly, might be worth extending the out feed table depending on what size material you're going through. Just seems quite a small table, and obviously for me, I'm going to be putting this on a stand anyway, so I might actually make the stand wider and then build up that extra bits. What I'm going to do is I've got a prototype chopping board made out of cherry, so I'm going to put this through. This is stage 1 of the glue up. It was quite green when I glued it up together, so a lot of the wood has moved. So I'm going to put this through now and see how that does. Not sure exactly what happened there, but you can see a dent, so it looks like either the rollers picked it up or something, but there is a really deep groove where the blade has caught that and taken a huge chunk out of it. Something to keep an eye on. So you can see from the cherry a very different sawdust. You can actually feel how wet this is. Like I said, it was really green when I put it together. I think this unit is absolutely fantastic. I would say definitely run it with a chipper or a big dust extractor. I think this is an absolutely amazing unit. I'm going to do a 6-month review. By that point, I should hopefully have my trolley built and this will be on it with hopefully the added wings, because I think that these are just a little bit too short. Really impressed with this. If it carries on performing this way, then we're going to get on like a house on fire. If you could like, subscribe and share this video, it would really help me out. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.